Hey everybody, welcome back again here to GR Research. Today's video is going to be a little different. Today is going to be a little bit of an update on everything that's going on right now and give you a little insight into everything that's coming new. So I'm going to go over our email issue, the website issues, material shortages, shipping issues right now, shipping issues. Orders that are in-house, where those are. We're going to talk about employee situation. We're going to talk about new things for 2022. We've got a lot of new things in the works and all that stuff. So I'm going to save some of the fun stuff toward the end and get right into some of the things that we're facing right now. First of all, thanks for watching and thank you for being a customer. Everybody that's ordering stuff. We appreciate it. We've had a lot of growth this year, but it's been growth that went like this. So it's hard to prepare for. It's hard to allocate resources when you don't realize you're growing at that rate of speed. So it's been a challenge. And on top of the growth that we've had, a large part to all of you guys watching the videos and due in part to COVID, because there's a lot of people that are at home now rather than out doing things. They're thinking about their audio systems and working on those things. So the world has changed a lot. And so we're dealing with all of those things. And let's just get right into it. Let's go to emails. Hobbs and I handle all the emails and we try to answer every email that comes in. Lately, we get around 100 or more emails a day, and sometimes as many as 150 emails a day. So imagine just the workload of just answering all of those. It's not easy, and I appreciate the emails, but I want to ask you guys that are emailing us, please keep it short. Ask us your questions. I don't need to know about how you started off in audio and about all the gear you've had and where you are, and just ask me what you need to know and we'll try to respond to it as quickly as we can. If our response have been a bit short, like yes and no and thank you and not a lot of details, keep in mind we're answering a lot of them and we're trying to get answers to everybody. So hang in there with us and we're going to try to get to every single email. The website. We've had website issues with that Weebly platform since we started, most of it all centering around shipping issues. It won't properly tie into our international rates on UPS. It won't link with our UPS account. So it's quoting USPS or DHL or something, or it's not quoting shipping at all. Sometimes when multiple boxes are on an order, it doesn't add that stuff up properly and it defaults to $50 or free shipping, which aren't defaults that we've set. It's built into the system. We can't fix it. It's a pain in the butt. And even a lot of the domestic orders, when you're ordering multiple items, sometimes it freaks out and it just defaults back to a value that doesn't relate to anything. We don't even know. So the new website is going to alleviate all of those problems. It's going to fix those things. And we've got something new we're incorporating into it for the international orders. All you guys overseas can put the stuff in the shopping cart and it will see where you are and it will automatically add the duties for your country and all of those shipping costs and put all of it together and get you a total to your door. It's software from a third-party company that ties in with UPS, that works with UPS, and puts that package together so it runs on our website, and it'll give you all that information. So you can just click, and you're done, pay all of it in advance, and it all gets delivered to your door, and you don't get hounded by brokers or people from customs trying to get monies out of you, or all that's taken care of. So that's going to be a big help for all of our international orders. So, let's see here. Oh yeah, waiting for parts. We've had quite a year. Is just trying to get parts made. It's crazy. Raw materials are hard to get in a lot of areas, and that's not just in the audio industry. That's in everything, and we are certainly no exception. It's taken 10 times longer to have anything made. These drivers, like these NQs that just came in a month or so ago, we waited months and months. It was almost a year to get the next batch in because they had to go back and redo some of these aspects. The back plate, there were no back plates. They had to go and machine some back plates. It's just a mess. And so we finally got them, and they're shipping out the door as fast as we can get them out the door. Tube connectors have been a big issue. It's taken forever to get those things made. And then we just got 4,800 of them in the first week of December, and we had probably 250 to 300 back orders waiting for tube connectors. And that's orders of kits and kits and kits lined up, filling a whole room with boxes waiting for us to put tube connectors in there. And then there were a lot of orders that were new orders that we hadn't filled yet, but they're waiting for tube connectors. And so when that stuff came in, we spent several weeks getting out back orders, and because it just took that many man hours to get them out. Some days we were shipping 40, 50 orders a day, and we just can't fill them any faster. So a lot of the new orders, we put those behind the old orders, trying to get the old orders out first. So there were orders that were 2 weeks in that we hadn't even started on yet because we haven't gotten to them yet. We just don't have the man hours. So that brings up another issue I mentioned at the very start, which is an employee issue. We need more employees, and we need them right now. So I want to reach out to all of you guys out there. If you're interested in working in the audio industry, if you think it'd be fun to work at GR Research, and it is a fun place to work. We have good camaraderie with the guys. We listen to music while we work. We come in here and we listen to the audio system, and we learn, and we do things together, and it's a good atmosphere. And Texas is a good place to live for those of you guys off in other areas. If you're thinking about moving somewhere where things are a little slower paced, and where people are friendly, and where we don't have income tax for states, we don't have state income tax, and the cost of living is low, and just come on down. Give me a call, shoot me an email, let me know that you're interested. We've got some places for you right here. New for 2022. We've got a lot of new stuff going on. For one, the guys, there's a whole crew of people over at the shop right now adding on workspace. We're adding another 1,500 square feet of just workspace that's air conditioned and heated for the guys to work and just fill orders. It's just another area for filling orders. We've also got a fairly good sized listing room that's being built over at the shop, so we can have everything there and be able to demo things, and it's going to give us a little more room in the shop. And I know it's going to eat into the shop area a little bit because we only have an actual, I think, 5,000 feet of just shop and 6,000 feet total space there. So we're inching over into the shop area a little bit, but we need the space. That's part of it. We're growing, and we need help, and we need space. Also new for 2022, we've got new drivers. We've got 1,000 of these that just arrived. These little LGKs, best ones we've ever had in yet. We've measured these now in some of the new, some test boxes, and we've been able to get a unbelievably flat response, super accurate, and these sound incredibly good. We're tweaking the cabinet design a little bit, front port, rear port, bottom port. We're working on a little desktop design that will really work for these things, and it's going to be really good, really, really good. I'll say for a little small desktop speaker, the best sounding desktop speaker out there in a small form like that with a wideband driver. I told you about the NQs. We've got the 6.5 inch NQs. They're in stock now. All that stuff is moving. We also got a new sample here of the same woofer. I had made in an 8-inch version. So it could be we may take a model like the little studio monitor and do a small floor standing version with the 8-inch driver in that Neo 3 tweeter in a waveguide, which means also the waveguide is going to get a little bigger because the baffle is going to get a little thicker in order to physically align the voice coils to this a little bit larger driver. Another thing we may do is do a small sealed box for this with that tweeter above it and maybe a wedge shape or kind of a truncated pyramid shaped box and put one of our 12-inch servo subs in the bottom of it. And so that it's a more of a full range, flat to 20 hertz pair of speakers with adjustable low frequency. That'll be pretty cool too. And we're working on some old school speakers. We're going to do maybe some old school 3-way large speaker systems, kind of like back in the day. It's got a little bit of a nostalgia to it. 12-inch woofer. I'm not sure what I want to do up top yet. I've got some 8-inch coaxials I may play with, test the waters with it a little bit, throw a few models out there and see how you guys like them, see how much demand there is for some old school stuff. And if there is, I may do some really high-end, somewhat old school stuff. So lots of cool stuff coming, and we're going as fast as we can. And there's some other stuff going on I can't even talk about yet because it's just not ready for you guys yet. And what have I skipped here? Oh, stuff that we're waiting on. Let me go back to materials that we're waiting on. We're out of the tweeters for the X series models. That dome tweeter, T26 SG, we're out of. We ordered more of them back in April or May, and about September or so they sent me one as a sample, and they wanted me to test it because they could not get that dome any longer. The dome material was the same dome used in the Seos tweeters in their top of the line models. Couldn't get them anymore. So they found an alternative, sent it to me as a sample, and I didn't like it. It didn't measure smoothly, and the top end was a bit rolled off, and I said, nah, we got to do better than that. We'll find a different material or something. We're going to get back to where we were or better. And so last week they sent me measurements on some new ones, and it looked better than any I've ever seen. It was super smooth. Top end looked great. I said, wow, send me the samples. So those samples are already air freighted over to me. I can't wait to get them. I'm going to measure and test them, see if I can use them as a drop-in replacement or if I've got to go back in and retweak all of the networks for all the X series models to adjust for a little bit different frequency response. And then I've got 1,000 of them that they'll be making and another 1,000 behind that and send them away. So we're stuck on X series stuff. As soon as I give them a thumbs up to run the first 1,000, as soon as they have some ready, I'm going to have some air meld over. We'll be lucky if at end of January, middle of February, that I get some of those, but I don't know. I'm waiting on those guys. Also, we're out of the servo-controlled amps. That's the Rhythmic Audio servo-controlled amps that we get from Rhythmic Audio. Part of the parts that are used in the servo control system are a little computer chip that are made over in China. It's the same problem the whole auto industry is facing. Can't get computer chips, and it's delayed having a lot of those amplifiers made. It could be end of February before we get more of the Servo A370 amps back in stock. And as soon as we do, we've got tons of Servo sub orders that'll go out the door, but we can't get them out the door until we get those amps available. So there's still going to be orders that are waiting for something, and we're doing everything we can to keep you guys from waiting on anything. We're loading up on everything that we stock to try and buffer the delay times. And even with some things, we're ordering crazy volumes. With no res, we're ordering full semi-trailer loads, 53-foot trailer loads of no res at a time, just so that we have it for months and now we took delivery in June, I think, a semi-trailer load. So we've already ordered in November. We ordered another semi-trailer load. So we're waiting on that now. So again, hang in there with us. If you've got orders pending with us, they're going to get out. We're going to get every order out the door, but it's just going to take us a little bit of time. We need a little more manpower, and we just need more hours in the day. So that's it for now. If I didn't leave anything out, that's all I can think of. Had a little cheat sheet here, but that's all I can think of at the moment. So if you have questions about stuff, shoot me an email, post it in this video link here, or video thread, and I'll try to respond to every question. But please be patient with us. These are trying times we're in at the moment, and bear with us. We're trying to stay up with the growth that we're seeing. So thanks for watching the videos. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video.